Yep. Go to all the places and post that we are starting the stream. Ah, I should play the music.
I am. Yes, you should.
When did we get 13 followers?
Sounds fake to me, but yet here it is.
Can you see their names? I can't from my end. It's like blocked.
I think that music is a bit loud. I'm gonna turn it down a bit more. Other places I'm posting. Okay, so let's confirm that our sound guy is able to hear us.
Okay, we just speak and sound guy should hear everything.
I'm gonna turn down the
Yep.
music a little bit more. This also
Sound
gives
check.
people time to get in.
It's very professional having a sound check.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so everyone, let's do check 1, 2. Okay,
Check
guys.
1, 2.
Oh.
Okay,
All I was
let's
thinking
do
was,
sound
we
checks.
probably need to
Silence.
agree on like an order of speaking. for,
Okay,
like,
let's go with the order that we are in the chat. So I'll go first. Check 1, 2, and then Kieran, and then Knight, and then Craig. Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Or 12.
And now we just wait for feedback.
Makes me think we probably should have done this before.
Going live.
Today. Yeah. But there you go.
Well, it gives people time to get into the room.
Yeah,
Don't worry, only the
that's what
bots
it
are
is.
watching at this point anyway.
Yeah, quite right.
Let's see who's in the chat. We have just loading. Yeah, it is. Do we not have our moderator today?
They are taking a little while longer because.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay, so.
That's her.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring Knight down a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, we had a few follows there, didn't we?
Well, last time.
Me down
Last
a little
time,
bit.
yeah. There's the Vicarian 55
Okay.
Storyteller Knight. It's Fred the Chosen #1. Robbie S.
Okay, another
and
pass
Pendragon,
on our
Jet
sound.
and County's Dragon. Nice.
Test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2.
Test.
Test 1, 2.
And now we hope.
Oh, person who is good with sound, please.
That's it. That said, Fred in the chat says it's all sounding clear.
Okay. So, I guess it is time for us to begin our quest.
Hooray!
I'm going to cut the music. Are we all in roll 20?
We are, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not seeing you on my end, so I'm going to reload. Oh, you just popped up as I went to reload. Because, of course. No, don't allow. I don't want you guys to see me. Sweaty. I'm sweaty.
I finally figured out how to change my Roll20 profile picture
Ah,
to my heraldry. So that you guys weren't just seeing a picture of me.
I'm glad that you and Craig like the heraldry I made for you.
Yeah, I get the dragon and the
Maple leaf.
maple leaf.
Actually, no, that's an ivy leaf, isn't it?
Yes, the symbology is that you're a Pendragon and you're clinging to the family.
Ah, you sure it's not a maple leaf and
That's,
you've just made me part Canadian?
It's an ivy leaf. It's that they won't be able to get away from you because you're clinging on.
I mean, that's fairly
That's
accurate.
lovely.
It's a threat. It's a threat. So
I love how, yeah, no, my heraldry is literally just my own, except for my character, which is actually Galahad's heraldry for the time being. It's
so
basically Galahad's way of going, I'm your problem now, Dad.
can't get rid of me. So now that we're done talking about all the heraldries, it's it's great to have everyone here. Uh,
It's a pleasure to be back.
Hey, Jace. Jace in chat, a wonderful mod.
Thank
We have
you for
Jace.
yeah, Jace is our mod.
Hey!
Jace is the person who protects us from bots.
Oh, good. A noble and mighty position, I suppose. Similar to that of Kay,
If
if
you
I'm
can do it
not
without having
completely
a viewer
mistaken.
count, that would be
we
great.
should probably go over what happened last game in case we have anyone who's joining us fresh and everything.
Oh, I actually recognize Fred the Chosen. That is actually a friend of mine from way back when. Hi! Good to have you with us.
If you're new and this is your first time watching, please give us a shout out in the chat so we can see if we need to catch you up or not. And we can welcome you.
I should
Although
probably...
the gist of it is that King Arthur's gone missing while on a hunting trip. His pet dog Cabal came back all alone, and we've taken Cabal out for walkies to try and track down Arthur. We being Sir Galahad,
Yo,
Sir Baldin, and Lady Gyneth.
Lady Gyneth, by the way, outperforms all of us in terms of damage somehow.
Despite having the weakest, damage.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it does go to show how these games can pan out. So you can play a character who's literally from the legends, notorious for being like the perfect knight, even more than his original father, who was an original character, Do Not Steal, and yet some princess who is clinging onto the family somehow outperforms all of the trained knights. This is these things happen.
Well, I didn't give you guys canon sheets for your characters. I had you guys all
No,
start off at beginning stats.
no, I
So,
think that's fair, and
yeah.
I understand the premise, but it still amuses me.
Something's going to happen to Gyneth to bring her down to our level, I think, at this point. She's starting to be a bit Mary Sue. I mean,
Princess is a bit too powerful. Please nerf.
she's like an established character's long lost daughter.
Yeah.
Hasn't she got magical eyes that are different from everybody else's?
No, her eyes are
No.
amber and the
Eyes
same
are
color as
fine.
authors.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she has got like
They've got some
telepathy
kind
powers.
of magical ability of some kind.
But you all have some kind of magical ability, so
That's true.
Are we
yeah.
really arguing that the princess is? Are we really arguing that the princess is a Mary Sue?
right.
Have we not
No.
risen past these times?
No, she is definitely
Okay.
not a Mary Sue. But she is awesome and does everything really well. Okay, cool.
Okay, so the sorceress is going to. Where you have come to the sorceress's glade, and it is full of animals that are doing odd things. This wolf is moving towards Gyneth.
Okay, we got a wolf.
Yep.
You, so what kind of odd things are they doing?
Well, the wildcat is moving around the heart and being kind of like, you know, very protective of it, which is kind of funny because wildcats are about the same size as a house cat. So there's basically like a wild house cat running around this large deer, basically being like, uh,
I mean, to a degree, cats are just weird like that.
the badger is stalking around the sorceress. What's the hare doing?
Is it
The
racing the tortoise?
the hare is kind of stalking around in this area, and the otter's just kind of having fun. The red squirrel is going to make a run for Cabal.
Red squirrel, get him, get
I
the
kind of
red
love how the
squirrel.
description is simply that the
No,
otter
don't
is
hurt
having
it.
fun.
It's an endangered
Oh.
species.
It's not an endangered species at this time. In like 1500 years, it will be. But right now, it's just vermin.
So the sorceress is going to raise her hands. Women are immune to this,
Yes.
but
okay.
because
Mary
of
Sue.
Galahad and Baldwin's powers, they're going to get a +5 to their Constitution rolls. So you guys
Oh,
need to roll
wonderful.
Constitution +5.
Oh, this is going to go well. I remember my rolls from last week. All right, Constitution.
Fine. You'll be fine.
Okay. So it's a modifier 5.
Yeah, well done.
Okay.
You could not fail that. Literally. Your threshold was 20 and you're rolling a d20. You're gonna
Look, I remember my
succeed.
rolls from last week. I could totally believe that somehow I would fail, even though it's not mechanically possible.
Okay, so do you want me to make a constitution roll?
Yeah, +5, because your power either lets you make an awareness roll for things that you, or like pluses to awareness rolls, or react to danger with a +5 advantage.
I
And
will
this is
remind
danger.
all of the people in the chat right now that this is only the second time that I've ever played Pendragon. So I'm still learning the system as I'm used to playing D&D and whatnot. So the concept of not being able to actually fail a roll is like a case of sounds fake but okay.
So your squires will fail, and they will all turn into animals as well.
Oh, I hope Wigmer doesn't turn into a dolphin. That'd be bad. We don't have the water source nearby, really.
The wolf
Okay,
is
so
going
what?
to go over to Gyneth and bow to her.
The what's gonna go over to?
The wolf is going to come over and bow to you.
Okay. I'll pet the wolf on its head, but it seems the wolf knows royalty when it sees it.
Okay, the sorceress is going to fume at you guys not turning into animals.
Oh.
I'd say sorry, but I'm really not.
And summon a knight that will pop out of this tree.
Oh, that's always good.
Well, that's a giant knight.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh God. How tall is this knight?
Twice the height of a normal knight.
So probably ranging up to 12 feet then.
Yep. Yeah.
Can I
Wow.
find out if he's an actual giant?
Well, he's made out of tree bits.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
He formed
So
out
we're
of the
dealing
tree.
with an Ent Knight.
Yes.
This is where I get to use that line from a particular series online and say, "It's okay, guys. I'm too brave to grant him mercy." Right. Okay. So we have a wolf that is bowing to one of us, specifically to the princess.
Yep.
So that clues us in a bit. I'm going to use a level of in-character and out-of-character knowledge to determine that a heart is usually a symbol of kingship. So I think and considering that our squires have just turned into animals, I think I have an idea as to what sorcery is going on here. On the other hand, we appear to be safe from this for the time being, but that big knight is kind of an issue.
Just a little
Um,
bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. I suppose, however, we can always give the sorceress a chance to rectify things? Question mark. Because that's something that could happen.
You can
I think
bravely talk with her.
bravely converse.
Does
I
this Ent Knight have a weapon?
Yes, a big wooden sword.
Okay.
okay. I'm going to say that Galahad will actually attempt to reason with the sorceress. I'm fully expecting it not to succeed, but I feel obliged playing Galahad that he should at least make the effort. So I'm going to have Galahad call over to her. My lady, please, we do not need to come to blows over this matter. If you would kindly return these good gentles to their original forms, then we can return and leave you to your forest.
Either join my menagerie or perish.
Very direct.
As you no doubt can tell, we are under God's protection. I fear that
yes.
you would be, I fear that you would be hard pressed to force us to join your menagerie.
Then you shall die.
Well, there was an attempt. Oh boy, here I go killing
Yeah,
things again.
Okay. Right. Are we still mounted?
You are, but because this guy is so high up, you don't get mounted bonuses.
That's fine. That's fine. Because
It's
I
just
still
one
do
knight
most
stood
of
on
the
another
damage
knight.
with. I still do most of the damage with a lance. So.
Okay. So you guys get to figure out your order. Do you want to let the princess go first and lance this thing? I'll move Cabal just up here.
Out of the way, doggy.
I mean, if anyone's going to be able to beat it, it's going to be her.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's got like the
You got this,
worst.
princess.
She's got the worst stats of any of you. She's just rolls.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Sure. Gyneth will grab her lance. Trot a few feet back and then take a run at the giant tree knight.
Yeah.
Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop. Attack with the lance.
Okay. Make your roll.
Making the roll. Oh, of course. Now making a roll. There we go.
That's a hit. He is going to take a swing with his sword, but he is going to put. He has 17 in sword. He's going to split it 5, 5, and 7, and you'll be a 5. So.
Hey, I'm a 10. Okay.
He misses.
Awesome. Okay, right. Roll damage. How do I roll damage? Where's the damage thing? The horse. The horse has the damage.
Yes.
Where's the horse? There's the horse.
Did
Damage.
you
There you go. There's the damage button. Yeah,
Yeah,
28. Oh,
nice,
look at
nice.
all those sixes in that. Yeah, 4 6s. Nice.
Very nice.
Does it do much damage? Because I can imagine this thing being somewhat damage absorbent.
You have done some damage to it. You don't know
Okay.
how much. The hare is going to take this opportunity to move over to the red squirrel.
Okay, cool. Right, the hare moves to red squirrel.
Yeah. Now, you do know the names of the people who went out hunting, but I'll give those to you after combat. Because I don't want to break. So,
One of you two gonna help a
I'll go
lady
next.
out?
yeah.
I'll go next. Do you
I
see
just-
this wolf?
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
The wolf, it doesn't seem to be acting like hostile towards you.
Okay, because I was gonna say I'm gonna dismount and I want to attack the tree knight
Okay.
on the other side, but I don't want this wolf
The wolf
stopping me.
will not stop you.
Okie dokie. Because that would be like something that would happen to my character, that he would try to be all smart and everything, and then get his leg chown off by a wolf.
So let's see if he can hit you. Oh, he rolled a 4. He can hit you if you don't roll higher than him.
Okay, so what am I rolling for?
You're using a sword, I assume. So sword.
Yeah. I rolled a
Ooh,
2.
Oh,
he did actually beat you, though you succeeded. So I
But
would
he
like,
beat me.
so I would like to note that you do get to add in your shield, which is a +6 to absorbing your damage. So you're absorbing damage with a 16.
Okay. So what I have to input for mod here? -6.
Yeah.
See, when you introduce the numbers, that's when I get.
So
That's what I
you
get
have
hard
taken
for.
0 damage because he rolled poorly.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So it is your turn, Knight.
Okay, so I feel like the logical option here is to go after the sorceress herself, since the knight is a creation of hers and this is all of her mischief. But on the other hand, it feels kind of wrong to go after her from the onset. Because I'm not so Balin here. I'm going to do the other option, the himbo option, and go after the big Ent knight, who is actually 3 squires in a tree suit. So yes, this is what's happening, I guess. I'm going to, since I have a lance and I have my horsemanship, I am going to try and hit him with the lance first.
Okay. So you're going to charge in on your horse and try and hit him with your lance.
I am indeed. Let's see what happens. Well, I do get a success.
I would roll to see if he hits you instead, but you rolled higher than he could possibly roll on his dice.
Oh, marvelous. So now I get to roll damage, don't I?
Yep.
Someone's going to have to remind me how I actually do that.
Damage for spear is under horse. Go to your horse and press the button beside it that says damage.
Okay, let me just see if I can find where my horse is. Ah, there it is.
I inputted your horses for you.
There we are. Ah, good horsey. Okay, 18 damage.
Okay.
Christ almighty, that's better than a sword. Like, this is actually one of those times where I can say I genuinely prefer the mounted combat, in the sense that it feels more like the way mounted combat would be in real life, ? Like, in most like tabletop games, mounted combat is just an extra option that might grant you some extra bonuses. Whereas in this Pendragon game, you hit like a freaking train. Anyway, no, I'm done feeling like a god for a moment. I think that's all
you
I can
kind
do.
of need a run up to constantly use your lance.
I mean, yes, but God, in that moment, you just feel like you're hitting like a freaking tank.
Wait until you roll a critical, then the damage doubles.
Oof. We'll get to that. Anyway, I think I'm done with what I can do in this round.
Okay, so Gyneth, it is your turn again. The sorceress is just kind of standing back, going mwahahaha.
Mwahaha. Okay.
Mwaha.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think that using my sword against this thing is going to be effective in the slightest, because I'm the slightest here. So can I take my horse back a bit to do a run up for next round?
Roll horsemanship versus he's going to assign 5 to hit you again.
Okay, cool. Horsemanship.
He got
he's
18,
missed.
so he misses you.
I ride away.
Yeah.
I bravely ride away.
Bravely ride away, away, bravely ride away.
All right, guys, you've got this one. You've got this. You good.
Okay.
I trust you, Galahad. You will be victorious.
Bodwin less so, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, well, come on. Yeah.
He might well be a casualty of this campaign.
So, Budwin versus the knight.
Okay.
And he misses you.
Right. Well, attack with sword again. Because I was stupid enough to get off my horse. Must learn that lesson eventually.
Oh, you almost critted. Really good. Okay. An excellent strike, sir. Now roll your damage. Yeah, you're starting to chip away at him. Pieces are starting to come off.
Any sap coming out?
A little bit of sap.
You're making nice bark chippings,
Yeah.
down there. You could turn it into mulch eventually.
For the garden of my hermitage.
Yeah.
So, now it's is also going to try and hit Galahad, and it misses.
Ha! I mean, thank goodness.
So make your roll to see if you hit him. You're not charging anymore, so you don't get to do your horse's damage.
That's fine. So I presume it's just based off of regular damage now.
Yeah, and you use your sword instead of your lance because you can't.
I figured that was probably going to be the case, yeah. Once you get into close range, lance is a bit long. Okay, so sword. Oof. Well then.
Success!
And I guess I get to roll damage here.
Yep.
Oh, 16. That's not bad.
Yeah. So, which brings us back up to the top of the round. Gyneth?
Aha! Charge with the lance again. Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop. Attack. Miss.
At least you didn't botch. Your lance goes through, but because of the way that it has been formed with the different branches and everything, it slides right between all the twigs and wood and leaves it unscathed, which is galling.
Oh well. Just have to try again in 2 rounds' time.
Okay. Budwin.
Okay, sword attack. Again.
It is going to try and get you. It's put 7 to you, 10 to Galahad. And it misses you.
Okay.
Quite like that ratio. None to me.
Failure.
Oh no, you failed. You just failed.
I took a swing
Well,
at
I
it
could
and
have
it
gone
just
better.
didn't even get anywhere near it. It just through the air.
You're only one away from a critical hit.
Okay, Galahad.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I guess here I go killing things again.
And it
Um,
misses you. I can't roll below a 10 to save my life.
you can't roll low. Right, here we are. Sword. I mean, yeah, fair.
Roll. Ooh.
Okay, apparently I'm getting the good rolls today to compensate for last time.
wow. That's a lot of 5s you rolled there. 4 5s and a 6.
You put your sword into the creature and you manage to pierce a group of leaves which were together and beating. The leaves fall apart in icky sap and the creature falls to its.
Timber.
Well, I think that went well for us.
The sorceress is going to attempt to flee.
Yeah, I
Charge
somehow
after
saw
the
that.
sorceress.
Oh Christ! I'm gonna ride after her and try and like get in front of her to bar her exit.
We will trap her.
Can I do that?
Yeah, let's just see how fast is your
It's a horse.
horse.
Hope it should be fun. Again, she could use magic.
I do like how the
Horses have
comments
got
on
move
Twitter
8.
have said that wait until you get a better horse, and I'm like there are improved horses. Can I get a master crafted horse?
You can have one with a Gatling gun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have move 8. Is that the number of tiles that I can move here?
Yeah, I'll make it the number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stupid head.
Okay, so I can
7,
actually get
8.
up to her. So I can get right behind her.
She is going to turn herself into a deer and run off.
Oh boy.
Your squires will pop back into people, but the rest of the animals do not.
We're gonna have to actually hunt her down, aren't we?
There goes our cellar in the slavery plan. For the moment.
Okay. Right.
I'm sorry, is that actually your plan?
That sounds horrible.
Well, this hermitage ain't gonna build itself.
But yeah, but
I
never
suspect this to
mind.
be somewhat immoral.
I'm still waiting on
He is
Clara figuring out
probably a
how much
Christian
money
after all.
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to get from that merchant.
Okay, right. So
Oh my
I know.
lord.
Let's stick our squires on animal roundup duty, and we can go hunt the witch.
He gave you 3 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot now, but is a
Yeah,
lot.
that's worth quite a lot then. Like, so, I would say if we're leaving the squires to do rounding up of animals,
We should
I
take
think,
Cabal with us
oh,
though,
really?
because Cabal's
Yes, he can
a
actually sniff
hunting
things.
dog.
I think this is where we start to use things like our hunting ability,
Yeah.
which is actually something I think I put points into because I was like, well, he needs a pastime. So I'm going to say I'm going to give hunting a try if that would be appropriate to try
Yeah,
and like track this deer.
you're gonna leave your squires to round up the animals.
Yes,
Yes.
the animals are semi-intelligent to a degree, it looks like. I think we can trust them with that. But we need to get Arthur, changed back from being an animal.
See, I think Arthur's the squirrel, just because of the sword in the stone.
Well, I think
He
he's
gets
clearly
turned into a
the most.
squirrel.
I think he's clearly the most noble creature of them all here, the otter. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so I'm going to give hunting a try. Let's see if I can actually succeed at this.
The wolf is
No,
going.
Hey,
I
well
actually
done.
got a success.
The
I'm
wolf is
actually
going
surprised.
to follow Gyneth.
No, stay here. Stay. Good wolf.
The wolf is going to pout at you. How a wolf pouts, you're not entirely sure.
Good
And
wolf.
and pace back and forth and indicate that it wants to go with you.
Uh,
I mean, here's the real question: can we physically stop a wolf from joining us?
well, that's true. I don't think I can actually stop. And let's be honest, our squires aren't going to be able to stop either.
Are you
All
gonna
right.
take Cabal with you, or are you
Oh
gonna?
yeah. Cabal's coming with us. Cabal's a good hunting dog. He can. Cabal can back up Galahad.
I want to see how Cabal and the wolf interact, and I'm thinking I might need to make a roll for that.
I'm just gonna. Do some moving you guys around. Cabal and the wolf seem to be like okay with one another. Like Cabal seems to have some recognition with the wolf.
Okay. Because my theory is that the
Interesting.
wolf is Arthur, but then that might be too obvious.
I'm going to say the otter's Gawain.
I did inform Craig, who is missing in PM, so he knows. Also, we're between scenes, so it's time to check out the chat as I set up the next scene.
A heart, a
All right, let's
wild
take a
cat.
look. So let's see, we're down to 6 people at the moment.
Hooray!
Hooray! I hope those who are currently in attendance are enjoying themselves.
Hmm. Yeah, so use the hunting dog and Galahad's hunting abilities. We'll definitely track down a witch, deer, doe, a witch, a female witch.
The question is this a sorceress that is already known to us? Do we think it's who we think it might be? Or is it just one of these random sorcerers?
It
This
does
is...
not appear to be Morgan Le Fay.
Ah, oh, ruined it.
Oh, this isn't one of her Wile E. Coyote schemes.
Oh,
To
it's
get with Lancelot.
Yeah, it does seem something like Morgan Le Fay would attempt to pull. I'll
I
turn
I see
Arthur into an animal.
I see a player from another game of Pendragon I run has said, just pretend you're fighting me because I can never roll above a 10 when I'm fighting him. Hi, Bridget. Why don't you
Has
take that to
has
Daddy?
has a small child managed to
Take it to Daddy?
infiltrate your
Yes.
your streaming domain there?
Yes.
Oh no. The walls have been breached. We are inside the keep.
Okay. So if there is nothing that anyone wants to make a comment on or anything, I guess who is what animal? Possibly.
Well, you'll need to release the names of those who are here. So can Gwyneth tell everyone tell people who's who? Well, at least tell who was on the hunting trip with Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got there's a Culloch in here, Gawain somewhere, Sator, Saphir, a knight called Lou, and one called Ursin. So yes, Gawain probably the most famous of the lot. Tor's occasionally appears, maybe.
I think
But
we said
I always
last
think
week
half.
that
I always think half of Tor's appearances in media are just people mispronouncing boars. Culloch, though, from Culloch and Olwen. He's Arthur's cousin. And Saphir is what, Palamedes' brother?
Yeah, Palamedes' youngest brother. So, someone thinks the wolf is Arthur, someone thinks the red squirrel is Arthur, and someone thinks the hart is Arthur.
Wrong. The Tree Knight was Arthur.
No! Okay, so let's go on with the next. You managed to track down the deer?
Our quarry lies yonder. Let us force her to return our king to, having 2 legs rather than 4.
Someone said, actually, the sorceress is Arthur, and you're all defying the royal will. Okay. So,
Is the sorceress still running?
yes.
Okay, so let's charge her down.
Are you going to attempt to...
I mean, I think that I don't think we want to like kill her because we
No,
do
no.
not know necessarily if that would undo the magic, for one thing.
But can like try to.
But I think it would be wise if we at
Catch her.
least tried to stop her.
can I throw
Yes.
my spear to like kind of get her to change direction and loop back?
Yes,
That's
you
something
can.
I can try. Okay.
Roll spear. Oh, you
Ooh.
critically succeeded. She is running
Yes.
right towards you.
Finally, something I'm good for.
Well done.
Remind me to pick up that spear on the way out. It's my only one.
Do we have like any rope or something we can attempt to catch a deer with non-lethally?
I'm gonna
Somebody's
say...
gonna have to jump on her.
Yes.
Wrestle her.
Yes, Galahad can jump on her.
Well, wait. Let me just check something. This is gonna be a dexterity roll.
Oh boy. Because
I'll
that
do
always ends well.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I've got dexterity, lots of dexterity. I'm very dexterous. Okay, Gyneth is going to attempt to jump on the deer, I guess. Okay.
Make us a dexterity roll. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You are on the deer.
I'm on the deer. I'm not sure what this has achieved. And then me, I'm now riding a deer.
Look at my deer. My deer is amazing.
Oh. I'm gonna get Galahad and Budwin to make horsemanship rolls in order to basically capture the deer between their horses with
Sounds
Gyneth on
fun.
top.
Okay.
Okay, horsemanship.
Good roll.
I succeeded,
Yeah,
I think.
you both succeed.
Yeah, good one.
So you are able to procure the deer.
Hooray!
Now, how do we make her change back? Is the question.
You don't know, but you can take her back to Camelot and talk to people.
We can't just threaten to make venison out of her, and she might change back.
Well, you can give it a try.
Okay, what is my role for threatening her?
I think that would be orate.
Okay. No, that didn't work.
Yeah. Oh wait, somebody critted on something. I need to keep track of your crits.
I critted on my spear throw, which I'm just saying now I pick up now and take with me just in case it comes up later that I need to throw a spear and I don't have one.
Okay, I just need to keep track of your crits, so when you crit, remind me that I need to keep track of them. So, your squires are able to get all the animals together, and you guys are able to capture the sorceress.
I mean, that's definitely good news for us right now. I just saw the chat. On second thought, let's not go to Camelot. It's a silly place. So, yeah. The squires want to know what they should do with all the animals.
I guess we'll have to bring them back too.
Well,
I
the
think
animals
we
seem to be
will, and
sensible.
then have to formulate a plan. I mean, we have the sorceress. Perhaps someone more convincing than ourselves can persuade her back at Camelot.
Yeah, okay. Let's get say
I just realized I have to move the animals to Camelot.
yeah. The squirrel and all the small animals can like ride on like the bigger animals. The badgers can be pretty slow.
It's a bit like sheep herding. We all just have to kind of walk behind them and try and herd them on down the road.
Yeah, some of these aren't going to be terribly quick over long distance. I mean, otters, red squirrels, badgers. These things you don't see running over miles. Short sprint, sure.
The red squirrel will ride Cabal.
Good. Good. Wolf is fine. White Hart is fine. What were the other ones?
Otter, wildcat,
Otter,
badger, hare.
yeah. I mean, the hare maybe, but the badger, the wildcat. Cats are lazy, so maybe the cat can ride with Galahad.
That could work, I suppose.
And our squires then can keep the badger and the otter.
Man, it was so much more convenient when our squires were animals, at least for transporting.
Your squires
Yeah,
can actually ride.
What animals were our squires turned into anyway?
I didn't bother to think of it.
And we didn't notice, which just tells you everything about our relationship with our squires.
I noticed.
Hey,
I
I
like my
noticed. It was just
squire.
that I
So
noticed. However,
we really
my
had
response was,
bigger concerns.
"That's a thing for another time."
So you get back to Camelot. The guard are going to take the deer and take it
Yeah.
to the
Make sure
take it
that
to the
one's
dungeon.
kept under control. Yeah. Put
And don't
that
eat it.
deer in chains.
The the animals are going to go to places when you release them into the hall, and I will place the animals.
Oh boy, we get to see who is who. I'm guessing the otter is the king. I am mistaken in this assumption, apparently. I should point out, I'm still on the Camelot right now.
Oh. Boop.
They just chat.
So the red squirrel's taken Arthur's throne.
Okay, so the squirrel actually was Arthur.
The badger is next to Dame Ragnall, so it's probably
Is that a sword in the
Gawain.
stone reference?
Yeah.
Of course. The heart is next to Boar. I don't know about that.
Interesting,
Maybe that's
didn't expect
Tor.
that.
The hare's just dashing around all over the place. The otter's next to someone called Lion Saw or Leon Saw. Or,
Yes.
The hare is in fact just a hare.
the,
Wildcat.
the hare is going to be
The
here.
wolf can stand next to Gyneth.
Yeah.
Pretty good idea who the wolf is. And the wild cat. The hare's next to his red squirrel, so that's possibly Culloch. And wildcat is just is okay. Oh, well, maybe the heart then is maybe the heart Sapphire and the wildcat is Clue. Okay, cool. Sorry, just
Guinevere really wants to know what is going on and asks you all to explain yourselves, and motions to the red squirrel.
That red squirrel is probably, although we're not entirely certain, King Arthur. We have returned him to you. You're welcome.
And there's been some foul sorcery. We're not just gonna leave
Oh
him.
yeah, there's vile sorcery. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the vile sorcery has turned them into these animals.
And the deer in the
Excellent.
dungeon is not tomorrow night's feast dinner. It is, in fact, the evil sorceress that perpetuated all of this.
There's
She turned
murmuring.
herself into a deer. So that's why that's why Arthur's a little shorter and hairier than you probably remember him.
Well, I think essential, Kay says, not to make any assumptions. I think at the moment I am still in charge.
Are
No.
you sure you don't want to
No,
take your
it's a
orders from a
squirrel.
red squirrel?
I think that it's what the red squirrel wants.
Okay, cool. I am just so tempted to see if I can feed Arthur a nut or something. No, I won't. I shall resist. I shall resist. I shall resist. That said, I am awfully reckless.
You are. Why don't you
Let-
roll reckless and
Yeah,
see
and
if you can?
so if I roll, I am not reckless today, so
Yes,
yeah.
you do not run up and feed
Yeah.
your father a nut.
I successfully resisted the urge. Phew. I'll give the wolf a scritchy on the head.
It will accept the scritchy, though it looks a little annoyed, but it will accept it. Well, Kay is going to take a group of people to go discuss what they're going to do. The people he is going to take to discuss include Guinevere, Lancelot, Bedivere, Sir Boar, and Lucan. So they are going to make their way out of the hall. To go discuss what needs to be done next.
I guess we'll just faff around here then. You're welcome, I guess.
On his way out, Lancelot is going to look to Galahad and say, "Good job," before he leaves.
Well done, son guy.
Oh, wonderful. Father noticed me. I suppose that's the first time in about 20 years.
Acknowledge your existence. It's progress.
Where do you guys want to put yourselves in the hall?
Again, he acknowledged that's more than he's done in like 20.
Your squires are going to put themselves on the bench to hang out.
Aw.
Oh yeah, no, it's not Gyneth that has the screwed up eyes. It's Wigmar that has the screwed up eyes. One of his eyes is green, one of his eyes is black.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? I'm actually going to go hang out rather than with the knights at the back. My squire got turned into an animal during all of this. I'm going to go hang out with him and make sure that he's okay. Also, I'm really low down on the chain right now, so I don't really mind that I'm sitting down here. I'm going to hang out with the squires. Why not? Hashtag what would Jesus do, Galahad?
I try to remember which squire is yours, Helos or Mark, Marke, Merrick.
Marek. It's Marek.
Okay, I will move the squires around so that Merrick is sitting next to you. Well, it was interesting being an animal. I had all the kind of abilities of an animal, but like I still had all the thought of a man.
Was that particularly enjoyable?
It was different. I wouldn't call it more or less enjoyable.
I suppose there are many lessons one could learn from being an animal.
That's a Sword in the Stone reference. Okay. So, Galahad.
Hello.
A man is going to approach you. He has skin the color of smoky quartz, black hair, and very dark brown eyes.
I'm fattening myself already.
What?
Nothing.
He will bow to you and introduce himself as Palamedes, a friend of your father's.
Good sir, it is deep pleasure to meet any friend of my father. And Galahad is going to bow lower. I don't really know what to add from there, I'm afraid. I mean, I want to ask, who are you, good Sir Knight? What brave deeds have you? But I feel like that might be a touch overly dramatic.
He is going to say that you are welcome in court, and if you need anything, he is at your disposal since you are a friend of his dear friend.
Okay, I like this guy. I'm sorry, you gave him such a pleasant description there that I'm like, disaster bisexual vibes. But yes, I think Galahad will respond to this politely and say, "It's very kind of you to put yourself at my disposal, good sir. I shall try not to call upon your aid too tryingly so."
Thank you. If you will excuse me, I think that my brother might be a heart, and I need to go deal with that. But I wanted to greet you. Thank you for bringing my brother back to me, even in this odd form.
It was no great feat, my lord, but I am most I am most thankful that it was. I can't words today. I'm most pleased that it pleased you. Yes, I'm gonna go with that. I can't do a fucking I can't do a full sentence today.
And Palamedes is going to head back. He's going to switch seats with Sagramore to sit next to the heart.
Because he gets to have a heart-to-heart.
Mudwin!
I am going to sit in my seat that I was in before. And I would like to talk to, is it Sir Gronsway? Is that
Sir
who
what?
we were? Kay's bastard.
Gronase, yeah.
Gronase, yeah. I want to talk to him since we were chatting before, and
There's a seat between Isolt and Dagonet you could sit in and you'd be closer to Gronsway.
okay.
Yeah.
Not breaking protocol, am I? If I slide in here on the left-hand side.
No, but you do have to sit next to Dagnet. Boom ching.
Oh, okay.
Nothing wrong with sitting next to the court jester, okay?
So I'm just say, well, you talked about before we left court about the brave deeds of the knights here and how we come looking for adventure. And well, we've had an adventure. We've had our first run-in with an evil sorceress, and now I'm curious, how will your father deal with such a situation?
I suspect that he'll try and find a way to break the curse without the sorceress's help. He probably doesn't trust her to do the right thing.
Okay.
This lady is going to come up to you. She is... Shoot. I've memorized... I memorized the proper term for things.
Is this the young lady with congenital dwarfism?
Yes.
Yeah. Not that that's her only defining character trait. I'm about to get to know her, and we will learn more character traits from her.
So, she has kind of a light brown hair, almost blonde, but not exactly. her eyes are a hazel, green, and brown kind of deal. And she is going to walk up to you and say, like, you guys gave a basic explanation of what happened when you entered. So she is very impressed with you bringing back all the missing knights, even if they're still animals. And she is going to say that she would like to, if you would be interesting, maybe become your patron.
I am honoured, dear lady, that you would think of me so highly, and pray tell that I have spent many years in Glastonbury and do not know of her ladyship, but would like to know more.
What level of patron are you thinking of doing? At the $5 tier, you can get access to the Hermitage once a year. But at the $10 tier, that goes up to 4 times a year and a special audience. You also get early access to merchandise store when new merch is available.
Yeah. She'll say maybe you can come talk to her when you're done talking to, well, you are sitting next to a princess, so she will
Okay.
bow and say good day to Princess Isolde.
So I'm gonna catch up then with her later. Hit her up for some cash for my hermitage.
Yeah.
Is it Nene? Because I keep thinking of Nene Lakes from from Real
I
Housewives.
think it's Naney.
Nene. Okay. Get a bit of background on her before I soften her up for this hermitage deal.
I realized that since I've just switched all the absentee people to being on the ST layer, you guys can't see them, but the chat can see that they're still there. Oops. Oh well. Uh, so you're gonna catch up with her later.
Okay.
Gronuse is going to tell you that you can call him Gro if you want. It's what everyone kind of does.
Thank you, good sir, because your name is of particular difficulty to me.
He's going to mention he was named after a friend that his father went to war with. Not against him, but they were on the same side in a war.
Okay.
Against the Franks, actually.
A very brave campaign. I heard that your father distinguished himself well in that battle.
At times. He was young when it happened. Do you have a particular place where your name comes from?
No, sir. It is just a name that was picked for me by my mother. They gave no great thought to naming me, you see, because I am the second son, and I was always intended for the church. But then my brother passed away, and I had to take up my knightly duties.
And now you wish to start a hermitage, Princess Isolde is going to say.
That is true, my lady. Yes. I wish to, when I fulfilled my knightly duties and begat a son, I hope to return to the priesthood and spend my existence glorifying God. But of course, I do not have land of my own. I only have my family lands, and those are not mine to do with as I please. I hope to acquire some land for which to make my hermitage on.
Well, I wish you well.
Thank you, my lady.
Is anyone injured?
I mean, I think I was after last time, but let me. No, I look like I'm fine.
Okay. Because if you guys remember your history from things, Princess Isolde is a renowned healer. Gyneth,
Ooh.
is there anyone that you want to talk to?
I can't talk with the animals, so I guess that won't do. I'll sit down in my regular seat.
Well, this is technically where you've
Oh,
been
that's the regular seat. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
I thought that. Okay, in that
No,
case, I'll hop up with
you were sitting with Kel and Garwin when before it was confirmed that you were probably Arthur's daughter. Once it was confirmed that you were Arthur's daughter, you got to sit beside Arnive and Igraine.
Okay, nice. Get to sit near the kingly red squirrel.
Yes.
I love how the red squirrel is a clear reference to the sword and the stone.
So Garwin is going to come up and ask you how things went.
Well, we recovered the king. We recovered his retinue. I think they went absolutely about splendidly. About 9 out of 10, I would say.
Yes, I see that there are a lot of animals still in court.
Yeah, that's why we don't get quite the 10 out of 10 score, because they're all animals. It will be a little bit of an issue if they can't be turned back. But hey, we've got the sorceress who did it, so maybe some persuasion. We can bribe her, threaten her, or perhaps find someone else who can do magic and undo all this crazy stuff.
I guess we'll see what Dad says when he gets back.
Yes, okay. I'm sure we'll be. I'm sure he's got a bit of a headache, probably.
Or more than most certainly.
Speaking of which, where is Merlin, the lazy bugger?
Merlin
Has
is
conveniently disappeared.
Merlin has been sealed in a tree some time ago.
Oh,
He was here last week.
Stupid tree.
Everyone is going to return.
Hooray! They have returned.
Yay!
I still don't know who that
Lysanor.
Lysanor is.
She's the one that's a bit of a slag in my books.
Who?
She's
who is she?
Tor's wife. Bor's mother. Bor's not Bor's, Bor.
Right, okay, cool.
And is she Arthur's mistress in this continuity?
She was Arthur's fiance, who happened to have a son a little before, like around the time he became king, but his engagement was annulled. And she happened to have a son who happens to have black hair and amber eyes, just like Arthur. But
all very circumstantial.
All
very
very
circumstantial.
Complete coincidence, clearly.
Yes. And then she married Thor and is very happy with Thor.
An otter.
Well, she's not happy with him being an otter, but
Yeah.
that's the backstory. Thor is kind of, who is right here, is kind of recognized to be the basically the de facto heir, but there's no official heir to Arthur at this time. So that's what's going on in the game. So Kay returns with the group, and he is going to announce that what's going to happen is that everyone is going to go and try and find Nimue, because she usually knows how to fix these things.
Solid idea. So shall we?
Now,
I volunteer to go find Nimue then.
now, as far as I know, she does spend a good deal of her time at Merlin's old tower. So it is quite a way away. And he's going to ask Gyneth, since she's going, and should probably try checking out the tower, if she wants to take the other people with her that she had before.
Yes, yes, of course. I'll take Galahad and Baldwin.
Given her character, that could have went either way. She could have quite easily have said no there.
Could have quite easily said, nah, not today.
And we would have been written out of the show, second episode.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to use one of your icons to
I'm
minus
seeing
out.
just a big blue. Are we at sea? Hey, hold on, I'm scrolling down. Oh, there's the Western Isles. Oh, I need to zoom out a bit here, I think.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I apologize. I wanted to make the map so that you could move yourself around as you're actually moving on the map.
Where are we?
Well, you're in Logris, obviously.
Okay, alright, okay. Okay, so we're probably starting actually down here somewhere in Camelot.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is Nimue?
She's at Merlin's tower, which I believe is in Demonia.
Merlin's tower somewhere in Demonia. Do we know?
Yes, you know the location.
Because Demonia is a big place.
Yes,
well,
you don't have to search the whole of Demonia.
Okay. Whereabouts is it then? Are we going north or south or far west or nearby? If it's like, I guess in the east, then it's going to be fairly simple to get to.
Yeah. I do believe that it is in the east.
Ah, good. Okay, so we'll travel. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. We'll travel. Past Davin and go here, because I'm guessing Merlin's tower's sort of where Glastonbury would be.
Yes.
Now.
But you do have some road encounters.
Aha!
Oh boy! I need to zoom out a bit because I'm still trying to find us. Oh, there we are. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's all a bit very, very big.
I just used Craig's icon for you guys.
That's fair. She's kind of the
That's
party
fine.
leader.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
I like
she's in
that. Yeah.
charge.
Ah, interesting. I know that you love when someone's rolling road encounters and they're like, interesting.
That can only
Uh-huh.
ever mean good things,
Hmm.
right? Right? Right.
No, wrong. Ah, interesting. Is it? No. Yes.
I'm just checking things.
Was the 500 AD equivalent became an IRS account?
You come across 3 monks.
Oh, do I know them?
I
Must
will.
we answer them their questions 3?
I will let you make a roll to see if you know them. Roll a d20. Do you want high or low?
Hi.
Okay, if you roll an 11 or higher, you know them. If you roll a 10 or lower, you do not. If you want to roll, you can either type in /roll space 1d20, or you can just go to the side and there's a lovely little dice rolly thing, which I normally use because I am lazy.
Okay. 10.
No, you don't happen to know them.
Okay.
They are going to greet you on the road.
Greetings, knights.
They're not knights, they're monks.
Oh, they're monks? What are monks?
What is a monk?
Monk. No, what's a monk?
Or what are you
They
gonna...
are holy men.
Holy men. They don't look full of holes.
Princess, do you have an understanding of our Lord and Saviour's word?
Who? King Arthur?
Or metaphors? Do you understand
Oh
metaphors?
yeah, metaphors are fine, but Lord and Savior being King Arthur.
No, it's that Jesus guy that we all keep talking about.
Subordinate.
Jesus. No, not really.
I would like to request that when this venture is over, we find the princess a personal chaplain.
Oh, please, no. Oh, that's so boring.
You don't even know what that
I've
is.
I have encountered like priests, right? And
How are you aware of priests but
because I've
not
been in
of
Camelot,
God?
like because I've been in Camelot for a few days, and they have priests there. They don't have
How
monks.
how are you not aware of? You know what? This is something for another time.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
just say
clearly.
to her that, very simply, I
That's
was a
strange.
priest. Now I'm not anymore. And I
Yeah.
would like to be a monk.
Why?
I think so I can spend some time on my own and nobody thinks I'm weird.
Good luck with that.
So the monks would like to know if you would like to eat some of the meager food they have and hear some scripture.
Yes.
Oh,
Sounds like a
Yes.
great time.
That sounds a terrible, terrible way to pass the. But I guess I'm outvoted. Okay.
It's like Father Ted. Oh, I love a good long mass, Father.
Okay.
Oh.
So you guys sit.
This is what happens when you play in a party with two of the most religious characters in the set.
You guys
It's
sit
terrible.
and you listen and you eat, and everyone roll a d20.
Roll
But
a
that
D.
can only mean good things, right?
Where's it? Where's my dice thing? Screw it. I'm just typing it in. 4. Low's good.
Okay, write those down somewhere, like on your sheet somewhere. Put
Well,
them
you
in notes.
didn't say we were gonna have homework, right? Oh God, that's not,
You
like,
guys
write
have been
down.
you guys have been blessed. After rolling a dice, you can choose to put this number in instead. One time.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Actually,
I like that.
really useful. I guess God is useful for something. I mean, what? No. I mean, we are good Christians, and we are faith and Savior.
So where are we
But okay,
putting
that's
this
pretty
number?
neat.
I'm
I get a
sorry,
7.
I got lost there whenever you were.
Just put them in notes. You should be able to put them when you open your character sheet to begin with. You should be able to edit the bit where it has your power, and you can just like note it below or something.
Okay.
Okay.
So like it's useful, like
Is
if you miss at
there-
some point that's important, you can sub this number in instead.
So the real question is there a expiration date?
No, there's not, but you can only use it once.
Okay, so I have ideas and plans for this, but we'll see. Right.
dear.
Because I've quickly checked my character sheet and gone, oh yeah, I have some stats here that this would be really great for. But I'll save that for another. Okay. I presume that we thank the monks, and Galahad is going to um, offer some of their own supplies for the monks' humble living, and given us snacks.
Yeah, they'll happily take them and, you know, say bless you and all those things and good luck on your journey. And after a little bit of travel, you will come across a village.
Burn it to the ground. I mean, is that not normally how we approach these
I'm
things?
starting
Or
to suspect that I'm starting to I'm starting to suspect that our priest is kind of like the priest from the song. And
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit there.
said is actually a good guy.
I mean, I'm quite conflicted because there's part of me that's a priest, and then there's the other part of me that's the knight, and I think it's a constant battle trying to balance the bloodthirstiness with kind of the kindness of being a priest. And to be honest, it is 500 AD, so I'm probably not that nice of a guy if I'm a priest.
So you guys are heading through this town and this village, and you will see that there is a man coiling some mighty fine rope. He seems to be a rope maker.
I think we should buy some rope because it would have come in handy on our last quest if we'd had some.
He is more than thrilled to sell rope to knights, particularly one who has the Pendragon symbol on their shield.
Thank you.
Right. Get in there, Gyneth. Negotiate a discount. It's like the 500 AD equivalent of a loyalty card.
Okay. That buzzing there is someone at my door, which is very irritating.
Do you need us to pause for a bit?
I'll probably just have, if you could deal with a rope negotiation.
Okay. The individual who's selling the rope is making very nice rope, but he's not selling it for like exorbitant prices. If one of you would like to make an orate roll, you can attempt to haggle him down.
Oh, I'll go for that because I think
Yeah,
my
that's
orate's
probably
not
your
bad.
thing.
Or I could just say, give us a discount or I'll burn your village to the ground.
Why are you so bloodthirsty all of a sudden?
Like I said, he's actually been possessed by the spirit of the bishop from the Song of Roland and just perceives everyone as Saracen.
Well, that was a success, and
Yeah.
let's say that I didn't threaten him. Let's say that I just asked nicely, did he have maybe that we would spread the word of
You
his
threatened
wonderful
him,
rope.
but politely.
No, he's more than happy to help you guys out. And he will sell you rope at a reasonable discount.
So, how much rope do we need? What do we think? Well, we need a lot of rope, a little bit of rope. How much tying up are we planning to do in this next bit of the quest?
How much rope do you guys want? He has a lot of rope.
I feel like a nice, reasonable coil each. 3 nice, reasonable coils.
Okay.
Nice, reasonable coils. What is that about? 2, 3 meters? 4, 5, 6?
Should we say around the 2 meter? 2 meters? No, that's a bit small.
2 meters? What are we going to tie up with that?
4 meters?
I mean, that's a bit more reasonable.
5 meters.
Probably better. I mean, I'd go for 6 personally if you want to do a whole person, but depends upon your aim.
Split the
Rope
difference
comes
at
by
5.
50 foot. Every D&D player knows that.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
for the other flat, which is irritating, but there we go.
did you tell him that we were in the middle of some very tense rope negotiations that may or may not result in a village being burned down at the end of it?
Look, I realize that saving the king and everything is a very serious matter, but this rope negotiation business is really important, especially to this village's economy.
So
I like Athelstan's approach that we kill him, take all the rope we can carry, and burn all the rest so you can drive up the
What
market
is it?
value by removing stock and the supplier from the economy.
What is it with you and one being a hyper capitalist and 2 wanting to murder everyone?
It's all in pursuit of this hermitage. It'll all be worth it one day when I've got the little cottage and maybe like a nice spring and a little kind of herb garden off to the side.
Can the bloodthirst of this freaking monk knight be halted?
Maybe that's my character arc. Whether I get more or less bloodthirsty, we'll see how we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you actually handle this, because you know what? We're in this deep, we might as well see how far it goes.
do you all
Right,
wish
well-
to stay at the village, or?
Well, I feel like
Sorry.
that one's up to the party leader, but we still haven't closed this rope. Like, how much rope do we have? I need to know this because I feel like it's going to come in handy that we're going to have to rope something later on, and then you're going to say that we're too far away and the rope isn't long enough.
I think that you guys are taking 6 meters apiece.
Okay, 6 meters apiece. And did
It's
we
a lot
pay
of
for
rope.
that? Who's managing the money? Probably not me because I can't guarantee you'll get it all back.
Money. Now, yeah, there's a thing. Money. Yeah. Well, that'd be Galahad's job, clearly.
Let me guess, Galahad has none, and I happen to be the only person with money. It's like when it's your shout at the bar.
I don't think I actually rolled my money, so I don't know how much I actually have on me.
I think we're digressing here, aren't we?
Yeah, let's just
We're getting
let's just
bogged down in
assume
the
you
rope.
can get the rope and your squires will handle your money.
Good, good.
Okay, we've got
They're
the
far
rope.
more
We've got about
sensible.
6 meters each.
Okay. So, do you guys decide to spend the night or continue out on the road?
Is this a trap? Will we get murdered and our rope stolen?
We'll stay here, I think, for the night. Enjoy their hospitality.
Baldwin just sitting in the corner working out how much money we've spent on rope and rooms so far, and how much less that is available for his hermitage. Because he'll be
Okay.
hitting you all up for donations soon.
So, you guys are going to be staying in, well, in a small inn. They do have enough rooms that the men can go in one room and the lady can go in another. You know, as is
Excellent.
proper.
Good, good. Excellent. Room to myself. Wonderful.
I need you all to make awareness rolls. Kieran, you get a +5 on this awareness roll because
yeah.
of your magic item.
I love how it's been renamed magic item.
Instead of Saint Bone.
Okay, awareness. Awareness +5. Failure.
Oh, and you were so close. You were so close.
But Gyneth succeeded.
Yeah.
She's got that magic counselor Troy power, so.
I need a roll from Galahad Knight.
Oh, sorry. What am I rolling here?
Awareness.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I succeeded.
Okay. So the winner of that roll is Galahad.
Hey.
Galahad, you will hear a kind of a call, kind of what sounds like a sorrowful wail from outside.
Oh boy, that can only mean good things. Does it sound like a woman or a man?
It sounds like a woman.
Okay, of course it does. That can only mean good things.
It's a trap.
Okay.
Protect the rope.
Protect my investment. Okay. I would love to say that I would take the intelligent option of, you know what, that probably is a trap. But Galahad being Galahad, there is a possibility of a damsel in distress, and this might not actually be a trap. So Galahad is going to rise and announce to Sir Baldwin, I apologize, but it sounds to me that out there is someone wailing as though deeply sorrowed. I must go to find whatever is the cause of this grief.
Well, because I'm so grumpy, I first of all tell you to get stuffed, and that they can wail on as much as they like. I've had a hard day. But then I kind of feel a little bit bad about you going out into the night on your own, so I agree to accompany you.
Are you going to take any of the
Yay.
squires with you? Because you do have 3 squires with you right now, because you have Gwyneth's squire as well.
I'm going to bring my squire, yes.
Okay.
I am bringing my squire. Marek can join me.
I'm not, because I have given Helles the very important job of looking after the rope, and also and also to keep an eye on things just in case anything might happen to Gyneth.
Yep. Okay.
But his priority is the rope. If he has to choose between the two of them, it's the rope.
I don't know whether or not you're joking.
Let's assume not.
So you head downstairs to the back of the inn, and what you see is a spectral lady dressed in peasant clothes, wandering around near the edge of the woods.
Okay. So a peasant woman just wandering near the woods. Well, that can only mean good things.
I said spectral.
Oh, spectral. Right. Okay. That changes things somewhat.
Can I make a folklore roll to see if I know any local legends?
Yeah, sure thing. Go for it. Ooh.
Success.
Yes, success. You know that there's supposed to be a ghost who roams the woodland trying to find people to find her body, which was lost in the woods, so that she can be buried on holy ground.
Oh, this just sounds like
Oh.
right up our street. This is exactly like the sort of stuff that Bodwin and Galahad would just go bananas for. Like they're salivating now at this. Not only do they get to be knights, but it's also like a holy ground related thing. They're buzzing for this.
Yeah, this is kind of our jam right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm feeling that holy vibe. So I suppose we have to call out to her where. Well, ask her where her remains are located.
Okay, I'm gonna get you guys to make hunting rolls.
Oh boy. Ha! Neat.
Okay. So after some hunting around in the woods, you do find her skeleton.
Like nobody else has ever found this before, but just us. We just roll it and like, oh, there it is.
Yep.
It's like
Of
CSI
course.
Arthurian.
You do have to dig it up. It looks like somebody buried it.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have to actually roll anything to dig it?
Oh, no, no. You have Squire
Okay.
for that.
Get to it, Mark. Here's your shovel.
Well, Galahad is actually going to help Marek in this.
Okay.
Can I just take this time to tell you guys a story? It's not going to take long, but
Oh, go ahead.
Go right ahead.
I just feel like this is probably how Bodwin would respond in this situation. But when I was at university, I did a module on ecology, and we had to go on a field visit. And the teaching assistant, who is I'm quite friendly with now, so I hope she won't be angry at me for telling this story. But she always got so precious about the equipment, and she would never let students use it, and if there was any risk of them breaking it. And I remember going to her one time and asking her for a trial, and she picked one out of the basket and went to hand to me, and then said, "No, hold on." Got another one out and said, "Here's my good," or don't take that one. That's my good trial. Take this one instead. I don't care if you break it. I feel like that's Bodwin with like the shovel to Marek. Like, don't break that shovel. That's our good shovel. That cost X amount of silver. Sorry, story time over. We can proceed with the.
Yeah,
the
you managed to dig up the bones and wrap them up in someone's cloak and take them back to the local church. It is the middle of the night, so the priest is a little surprised to see you. but he he knows about the local legend, and he knows about the local legend, and he's more than happy to take the bones to be buried on holy ground.
Can we do? I haven't done a good funeral mass in ages. Can we do one of those now? Baldwin's just sitting in the corner, rubbing his hands together, getting ready.
He will do the funeral mass in the morning.
Baldwin is so disappointed at this point.
Aww.
You guys can stick around for it.
I think we probably should. We've just recovered her remains. We should probably watch over them.
You
Good
do
idea.
have to explain things to Gyneth in the morning.
She's had a lovely sleep.
I'm sure she has.
Only she's woken up to find Helles in the corner of her room just staring at her. Because he took my order to watch her, quite literally.
No, he's a good boy. He's at her door.
So good work, you two. You've solved the mystery of the body, right? Yeah, you solved that mystery. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah,
you,
we did wonderfully.
There's a lovely little funeral. People bring flowers. The village is happy to get this all wrapped up. And they will thank you by giving you food rations for your journey, along with some bottles of ale and cider.
Ooh, thank you. It will be a treat.
And on that note, you will arrive at Merlin's Tower. Whoa, that is
Dun-
tiny. So let me place you guys. I forgot to cover things up so people can actually see what I'm doing. And there we go. You have arrived at Merlin's Tower. There is a knight waiting for you in full armor.
Okay, that can only mean good things as well.
Right, away you go, Gwyneth, because we did the thing with the body, so we're leaving this one up to you.
Greetings, O Knight of the Snake, Rabbit, and Leaf. May I have your name?
He will chuckle a bit, and he'll say that his name is Venuk. He is the grandson of Merlin.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool.
I'm just surprised anyone shagged Merlin.
So, yeah, we're here to solve a bit of a problem. King Arthur has been turned into a squirrel, and we need a way of turning him back. And we thought maybe coming here we could find someone to do that.
he's going to remove his helmet. He is a handsome young man with long brown hair and eyes so blue that they're almost white. He is going to say, "My lady, I ask you to solve a riddle before I introduce you."
Okay, a riddle. All right. Can do riddles. Let us hear the riddle, O knight of the snake, rabbit, and leaf.
The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Time.
The more you take, the more you leave behind. Yeah, it does sound like it could be done. Any other possibilities? Baldwin,
I
are you?
know the answer, but I don't want to, unless like
It's okay. If you know the answer, you can say it.
Yeah.
footsteps.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that does sound does sound good. Yeah. Okay. We're going with steps.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, it's back. It looked like it had stopped casting for a second there.
It looks like someone is saying my audio is bad. Is it still bad at the moment? Because I've just tried fiddling with things.
You sound all right currently. It did go a little bit.
Okay. Might have been the cable.
You were a little bit robot-y before.
Okay. Sorry about that, people. It might have been the cable that I was using.
Darn
Okay.
interwebs.
Vanek is going to bow to you and allow you to enter.
Thank you. So who's in currently? Fennec. Who's in?
Nimue is with Sir... It's Pleiades, right? I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah.
Plasia? Okay.
Okay, so we head into the tower.
Yes. I think you can move your...
Very tiny door. I don't know if I'm gonna fit.
In the tower. But Gana had refused to enter.
Are you going to bring the squires along, or are you going to leave them outside the tower?
We can stay
I
outside.
think we should probably have our squares just in case.
Well, someone needs to look after the horses, and that's their job.
Ah, you're right.
Tell you what, Hellas can stay and
Uh,
look after
okay.
the horses. He's a good boy.
The horses have got all our rope too, so just remember that.
I mean, this is true. We have invested in the.
Yeah. So...
And I feel like Wigmore needs to be supervised at all times, even more than Gyneth.
What? Why?
He's behaved very well. He is a treasure.
Just feel like he might start talking about how well he knows sea serpents to people, and then
Dolphins aren't serpents.
Though he was raised by a sea serpent, so he does know them fairly well.
Yeah, there's that.
I love that one of them just casually knows sea serpents.
Yeah. So it looks like the tower is really, really high. Like it looks taller on the inside than it did on the outside.
Ah, okay. Well, let's
Is there
climb
sorcery at work
down.
here?
I'm gonna get you to make a folklore roll in order to figure that out.
Oh boy.
It's Merlin's Tower. Is there sorcery at work here? Let's. Oh, tough one.
You don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys are gonna start up the stairs.
I think that's probably a safe assumption, yes.
I'm gonna need
So,
constitution rolls.
okay.
Oh boy.
Constitution. Oh, that's not my good one.
Man, going upstairs sure takes a lot of effort.
No, I fail. Galahad, you'll just have to carry me.
Let's see if I succeed first. Okay, I succeeded. This is okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you two just have to carry me.
so after what feels like hours, Gwyneth just has to sit down.
Yeah, this is too much, really. It's ridiculous. No journey's worth it. My father can just remain a squirrel.
Galahad is going to sigh and then move back down and offer her a hand.
Oh, thank you, Sir Galahad.
Think nothing of it, princess.
I mean, aren't you technically a prince? I mean, if you're the son of Lancelot and Lancelot's royalty, surely that makes you a prince as well.
I'm also a bastard, so...
Oh, I thought Baldwin was the bastard, to be honest.
Who?
Baldwin.
Oh.
Baldwin's clearly a complete bastard.
I shall not comment as to his moral character, but in terms of line of succession, I am the bastard.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this is all very strange.
Well, shall we continue, princess?
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's continue. It can't be too many more steps.
Make another
One
constitution
can
roll,
hope.
folks.
Okay.
Here we go.
Do I have any penalty on my one since I failed the first time?
Yeah, let's give you -3.
Oh, shoot.
You fell down the stairs. You literally fumbled.
I failed
I'll be right back.
Well, this is good.
This is bad.
Clearly, the princess is tiring me out.
You fumbled on that one. That's the critical fail.
Okay. So you guys end up sleeping on the stairwell. Or at least Galahad ends up sleeping on the stairwell.
Can I try and press on?
You can try and press on by yourself, yes. It does mean leaving... Yeah. You will make it to the top first.
Yay!
And what did I see at the top? Or is that our cliffhanger for next week?
Maybe that should be the cliffhanger for next week, because, yeah. Actually,
Because it is 8 o'clock.
yeah. I'm just gonna...
Ooh.
There. A little sneak preview of Nimue place.
Ooh.
God, it's so impractical to get up here.
Takes hours.
It's horrible on your knees, climbing all this.
I'm fine. Like literally, one of my distinctive features is thick legs, so they've obviously stood me in good stead.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes, that was well, we rescued the king. He's still a squirrel. That's a bit of an issue. But it's still a pretty good king compared to some. Squirrel kings, are better than some human kings, to be perfectly honest.
And don't forget our successful rope negotiations
That
and the whole thing with that
Oh,
body of that girl in the woods.
yeah, well done. All in all, successful time.
Yeah, I guess it's
So this went well.
yeah, I guess it's time to check the chat. Maybe at the top there is a doorway through the outer wall, then nothing.
Just
We can only hope.
we're now so high, we've actually passed through the upper atmosphere.
So
Fred Dibner has a solution. Fell some timber, chip holes in the wall at the base, prop it up with the timber, then set it on fire. I mean, that would solve some of our problems, but I feel like annoying the Lady of the Lake is probably not something we want to do.
yeah, annoying Merlin's successor might not be the best of things. Oh, so you might
The
have.
real question that I have is, Merlin was present with us like last week when we saw him disappear, and now we return and it's like he's in a tree. We're like, what happened? We were only gone for like a day.
I don't remember mentioning Merlin being around.
I don't think he was around last week.
I could have sworn he was.
Well,
I could be wrong. Someone
we
can
can
check
go
the
back
logs
and
with me and tell me that I'm wrong.
we can go back and look at the stream from last week and just see if he made a magical appearance there. But I suspect not.
Thank you, Merlin fan. I know I've hardly spoken, but this has been very fun stream. I'm loving the jokes, and it's really fun following along. Yay!
I'm very glad that people are enjoying this. Most certainly. I cannot words today. I don't know what it is with today in particular, but I seem to have reached the limit and my brain's gone, nope, no sentences. So I apologise to anyone watching this and wondering why Galahad doesn't sound like he did last week. It's mostly because the player is a bit of a himbo right now.
So, yeah, no, I don't think Merlin was there because one of the things that I had to figure out was, uh, who was the, who was going to be the magic person, and that's why Nimue has an icon.
Okay, so I did just imagine that. That's fine. It's just me making shit up as usual.
Don't worry, we can tie her up with a rope if we
Let's
need
not.
to.
Well, I mean, you probably can, but you abandoned me asleep on the staircase. I love how like every test or trial that has come up, like magical tests so far, with the exception of the being changed into animals, but I had divine intervention there. Galahad has failed. This is no one talks about his early days of his career.
You succeeded at finding the the dead lady.
Would we say that that was like a supernatural test imposed upon us, or would we say that that's looking for a corpse in a forest?
Well, I mean, there was a ghost. I don't know how much more supernatural you can get.
Okay, fair.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's a reasonable point.
Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you're liking
Yes, indeed.
the assets I've been putting together. I probably should credit the fact that I've been using Dungeon Painter Studio. Uh, because it's a good program for making dungeons. A very useful program for making dungeons. And actually made making this tower really easy. But yes, so
Rope is plant in the hemp family, not hemp though. That's how the ghost came about. Smoking some rope. Okay then.
I'd like to also point out that while you guys were heading up the tower, Kyotsu said, "Watch out for doctors," which I believe is a Holy Grail reference.
I think it's more of a Doctor Who reference because it's bigger on the
Oh,
inside of the tower.
yeah, yeah. It appears bigger on the inside. Might not actually be bigger on the inside. It just appears that way.
It's bigger on the outside. Well, yeah, okay. Everything's bigger on the outside. That works.
So I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself, and we will. So Felmaris says, "I'm sure you'll be able to rope Nimue into helping you."
Hey. Right, let's close down the chat after that. Yeah, we'll just block the chat now. Okay.
Okay, I think it's time for us to go. I'd like to wish everyone good night.
Yes, thank you very much for
listening.
watching us again.
Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Goodbye for now.